You might have heard about the One Big Beautiful Bill Act making its way through Congress right now. It's a major piece of tax legislation that will impact households like yours, but because of its size, it's been kind of hard to gauge what that impact will look like. And unfortunately, there's not been a lot from our Congress members about why they're forcing it through without much debate ahead of Memorial Day. Here's U.S. Representative Mariannette Miller Meeks of Iowa being hounded to talk about it.
Congresswoman, I was wondering if you would just talk to us on your way over to the conference meeting.
No.
Last time you spoke with us, you lied to our face and said that you weren't going to vote for Medicaid cuts. But then you've actually voted for the largest cuts to Medicaid in the history of the country. Do you have any comments on that? Do you have any comments on the 4 hospitals in your district that are going to close because of your vote?
Well, the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office just released their analysis, and we need to talk about what they found. I'm Zachary Oren-Smith. I write about politics for Iowa Starting Line, and I host the podcast Cornhole Champions. New episodes on Wednesdays. First, let's be clear about who's providing this information. The Congressional Budget Office doesn't work for Republicans or for Democrats. They're independent experts who analyze legislation without political bias. When they issue a report, both parties pay attention because this isn't spin, it's the facts. And the bottom line is this: the bill would take resources away from working families and give more to the wealthiest Americans. Here's what you need to know. The CBO projects the poorest 10% of households would lose between 2 and 4% of their resources, while the richest 10% would gain between 1 and 4%. Again, that's not spin, that's just what this tax overhaul is likely to do. For states like Iowa specifically, the stakes are high. The bill includes deep cuts to programs we rely on, Medicaid changes that could affect healthcare coverage for potentially hundreds of thousands of Iowans. Then there's the food assistance cuts that would impact 116,000 Iowans who depend on it. And on top of that, the same Republicans who've been blaming Democrats for not dealing with our national deficit, their big, beautiful bill will increase the deficit by $3.8 trillion. And as the bill cuts supports for working households, its benefits flow upwards, helping the top of the income scale. This analysis shows that the tax cuts here benefit the wealthiest Iowans over programs that help working Iowans. And I think you should know that ARC members of Congress, Representatives Mariannette Miller Meeks, Ashley Hinson, and Zach Nunn are all supporting it. Miller Meeks and Nunn both oversaw key committees that greenlighted the contents of this bill. But now this is what we're getting from them.
Representative Miller Meeks, I'm wondering if you have any comment on the health care that 67,000 people in your district are going to lose? Does it concern you that you only won by 800 votes?
While politicians are running away from explaining what this bill does, I think it's important to know what's really happening. So thanks to the Congressional Budget Office, but I hope next time we can hear from our elected leaders about why they're backing this bill.